back again, but today I want to talk to you a little bit about something that's been on my heart. The way we speak. The way we speak to ourselves. Lately, I have been requiring so much affirmation from my husband and through others. I'm constantly like, does this look okay? Do I look weird? How's my hair look? Oh, it's not right. When I look in the mirror when I'm trying on stuff, I'm like, I'm so bloated, so gross, so nasty. I'll be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful to someone else. Like, why can't you see it? And yet here I am talking to myself as almost like a mean girl, and not intentionally doing it, like waking up like, what can I find nasty about myself? No, but just glancing in the mirror and being like, oh my god, ew, like look at my bags, they're so nasty today, or whatever, just little things, or pulling out my chichos and being like, ugh, like when am I gonna lose this weight, or when am I gonna achieve this or that, right? And so it doesn't even have to be about the physical, but just feeling like spiritually, or I feel like I'm not growing, I feel like I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, or look at what everyone's achieving, like I wish I could just continue to grow and do things and have all these accomplishments, and here I am comparing, just because of one little insecurity. And Proverbs 18:21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death. Those who love it will eat its fruit. And so I've read that so many times, yet here I am reading and I'm like, yeah, it does, but I'm not acting out on it. And I'm sitting here feeling like, wow, my own words are the reason why I've been feeling down. It's nothing else. No one else has been making me feel like this. No one else has been saying it. My husband tells me all the time, babe, you're so gorgeous, you're so beautiful. But man, can you imagine if I truly believed in my beauty and seeing myself as beautiful as God sees me, or seeing myself as beautiful as my husband sees me, or my friend sees me? Do you know what I could do in a day? And I don't mean like, oh yeah, you're so beautiful, but I mean the confidence, carrying the confidence that Christ has set out for myself. I could accomplish things that I never imagined. Yet I'm sitting in this kind of feeling, and the only person who's feeling bad about it is myself. Like no one else is going to help me get out of this other than turning to my word and reminding myself of who God says I am, that he calls me to be beautifully and wonderfully made. One of my favorite verses, so simple, something that's told so many times in church and just in general. People say, you're beautifully and wonderfully made. Walk out in that. Know your truth. Know who you are. But I'm reading it in just what God says in Psalm 139:14. It says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I am a part of his works, so I am wonderful. I know that full and well. I'm not saying I question it, I doubt it. No, I know this full and well. I am wonderful. I was made wonderful without a shadow of a doubt. My frame was not hidden from you. When I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. Man, he knows every part of us. I just love that aspect. He's known every part of my body, every inch of who I am, every insecurity, every doubt. He knows me better than anyone else. And he speaks light and gets rid of darkness. And he can speak that into our lives. He touches and reaches the innermost parts of our soul and reminds us of who we are in him. And it's time that we start believing in exactly who he says we are. And so I've been doing something where I look in the mirror, and instead of looking at my little bump on my nose, or how when I go take a picture I say, this is my good side. Just kidding, but seriously, look at this bad side. Look, here I am doing it again. But seriously, I'm looking in the mirror, and I put these verses up all over my house. I mean, all over. Because his word is his truth. And if I'm starting to see those things, I'm going to start believing those things, right? If you look at yourself in every day and little by little you don't see that much beauty, you're really going to believe that you're not beautiful, you're not wonderful, and you start concentrating on those negative things, all you're going to believe in is negativity. And so the only way to start switching that is to start speaking truth into who you are. And today I just wanted to remind you of that. You are beautiful, you are strong, you are wise, you are wonderful, you are a conqueror, more than a conqueror through Christ. You can do all things through Christ. In general, just wanted to remind you guys of that. I know there are plenty of women and men who walk around feeling less than because of things that other people have said. So my question to you is, who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Are you listening to the lies that you believed in your whole life? Or are you starting to wake up today and say, you know what, I am more than a conqueror. I can do all things. And not just hearing it over and over since you were a little kid, I can do all things through Christ. No, but saying, you know what, I can do all things. I am going to wake up today and accomplish this goal. I am going to reach 1.5 miles, even if I'm tired or running out of breath. I am going to lose the weight. I am going to finish grad school. I am going to go back and accomplish things I never thought to do. I am going to put myself in a position where I'm going to be able to read my word every day and draw closer to God. I'm going to do those things because it's a priority, because my walk is a priority, because I am a priority to God. I'm going to start looking at myself through God's lenses and start seeing myself for who I am. Wonderful, strong, beautiful, and more than a conqueror. I'm going to leave us with this. A lot of times we cover up a lot of things with other things. Affirmation, people, social media, makeup, outfits, constantly looking for something to fill that void and looking for beauty. We look at other people and their relationships and what they have, and our insecurities start coming out and start making a home in our mind. And so I could have sat here and thought to myself, you know what, I am going to put pounds of makeup on because I look crazy right now. But no, I put on light makeup, and then as I was going through this, I'm like, well, what am I putting on makeup for? Seriously, who am I putting on makeup for? Nobody but myself, to try to cover up and make myself look beautiful. And makeup is great. I think it's a beautiful tool. I love the way it looks, but sometimes we just need to be vulnerable with ourselves and vulnerable with God and just start getting rid of those things that we hold on to so much. And for me, makeup is one of those things, because I got so used to it at one point, I didn't know how to be without it, because I thought, oh, how terrible do I look without it? I can't even imagine what my husband would think I look like, or what my family would say. And the only thing that really matters is what God says I am and who God says I am, and seeing myself beautiful in His eyes. So just wanted to share that with you guys and take off my makeup as I'm talking to you guys, because I am beautifully and wonderfully made, just the way that God has made me to be. And I don't need anyone else to confirm that, because I know what His word says. And so I just wanted to remind you, who are you listening to? Look in the mirror today and remember who made you and how beautiful and wonderful you are. You are beautiful, woman of God. You are beautiful and handsome and wonderfully made man of God. And there is nothing you can't do with God on your side. Start talking to yourself and believing that you can, and you will start walking in that. Because if you can't do it for yourself, you can't start doing it for other people. So have a blessed day, and remember to live life, c'est la vie, serving and loving others, and walking in His freedom.